Hang on.
One moment, please.
Cleaning the glasses.
Get ourselves organised. Right. We'll start with a cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's been an epic year.
Well, how good is it to be back in the caravan?
I know.
Like
all this time.
We've been in the van for a little while, but I mean, as in hitting the road.
We're about to spear off into the wild blue yonder.
Yes.
So we thought we'd bring you up to date, up to speed, if you like, on what's happened in the last year. So we came home from Tassie, and predominantly it was for my family, as we disclosed to you, without too much detail. But my dad needed to sell his home, and I lived with him for 5 months, including moving in with him into the retirement village he moved into. And while I was doing that, Monique was living with her dad.
So we had 6 months apart.
And she
first time in 20 years. So that was tough because we worked together and lived together. And then all of a sudden we were
It was like
separate lives.
It was like a break.
But we didn't want to have a break. That was the tough bit.
Yeah, it was very tough. But Monique decided, in all her despair, missing me so much, she would go on a 750-kilometre walk.
Hang on, I need to stop you there. The 750-kilometre walk has been planned for 2 years. So
yes, I know.
We did, I know you're trying to be funny, but people think, how dare Monique go for that walk while you're trying to sell your dad's house?
Okay.
But yeah, so...
You did walk 750 kilometres though. No, she came down several times and helped, but she had this plan, so away she went and walked across Europe on the Portuguese Camino.
Yeah, it was amazing. So I walked from Lisbon, across Portugal, across Spain to Santiago, and I did the Camino, the Portuguese Camino, and actually then continued another 100 kilometres to what they call the end of the world and to Finisterre, and it was the most amazing, epic trip. Very painful. I struggled a bit with tendinitis and everything, but it was a great trip and I'm glad I went.
And that's a different end to the world to the one we showed you in Tassie.
True.
She didn't walk to there. But yes, you did it. You achieved it.
So here we are. We're going to do a final goodbye because
I just got emotional when you said that.
because we've just done over 700 kilometres together.
We have from Lisbon in Portugal up to Porto with Bianca.
Yep.
And then Porto to Santiago de Compostela, just the two of us. And then just for fun we do Camino Finisterre out to the ocean, another 90k.
Yep. And we're done. We're finished. We're putting up our poles.
Yeah, we're happy to stop walking.
Poppy's happy. She can relax now.
We've been chilling for the day up at the lighthouse, haven't we? Up at
Yes.
Finisterre.
Yeah.
and we decided to have a few drinks, and instead of walking 3 kilometres back into town, we're taking a taxi. Because we've done enough.
Yes.
Haven't we?
We walked to the end of the world
We have.
and we're going to taxi it back to our accommodation because we deserve it.
We deserve it.
Over 700 kilometres.
Woohoo, my friend. Thank you. Couldn't have done it without you, Mark.
Thank you. It was
Couldn't have
awesome.
done it without you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Bye.
Bye.
So when she came home, we were reunited, thankfully, and we've been going backwards and forwards to family and visiting family and doing such things. And then this year, just for shits and giggles, we threw in a trip to the USA because Monique's daughter Nikita got married,
Yes.
and that was an epic trip.
That was
So-
amazing. That was another fantastic trip. Really, it was full on. It was a 3-week trip, but that included Nashville for the batch weekend, and we had to go as grannies and glitter. So I went as Dame Edna.
Granny's for me wasn't far off from the truth, so I didn't have to dress up.
She
very
actually
much.
put a wig on that looked too similar, so we couldn't buy that
It
wig.
was very much like this, and we went,
Why
"No,
bother?"
Why bother? Why
No.
waste the money?"
But anyway, we went over there, had a great trip, and then we from Nashville we hired 2 cars, and Karen and I drove from Nashville to South Carolina, a 6.5-hour trip through the Smoky Mountains, all the bridesmaids and friends. So that was fun, and we had an amazing wedding. And then Karen and I decided to jump in on the honeymoon and went with Nikita and Marcus and Nikita's dad to Charleston for their honeymoon for the week. And then we went to Charlotte and flew home, and we were exhausted. This is the Smoky Mountains here in the USA. Look at this, it's absolutely stunning. And fall is about to happen, which means autumn back home. Isn't it stunning? Karen and I are going to have to come and do a road trip one day, another one. Thank you, camera lady. Go! Hi, I'm Karen.
And I'm Captain Nick.
I'm Nikita.
Sean.
I'm Mikey. Who else?
I'm the son-in-law.
And I'm Monique. And we're so glad you could come on a journey with us. See you next time. Bye-bye. USA. Woo!
Pretty much from there we've just hopped in the van and we've sort of been staying in the van around Canungra, our hometown, and now we're
Coffs Harbour, we went down to see
Yeah,
your folks. Chilling out doing camp cooking, which I've been loving.
Yeah, and we've got a few things going on in the community in town.
Yeah,
so we're
turning
getting
Canungra
involved in
Pink.
that.
We're going to the Camp Fest on the weekend.
October. It's October
Yeah.
now, so everybody goes pink. It goes pink crazy in Canungra, and it's wonderful.
So last weekend we actually walked up Darlington Range to raise money for turning Canungra Pink. So we went 7 kilometres up and down the mountain range in our costumes. So we'll pop that in so
We'll
you
pop
can
a couple of photos in there. Probably, hopefully, no videos of me puffing and panting.
So, here we are, spending a Sunday morning going up a hill by foot, unfortunately.
Tough. Haven't walked for a little while.
No.
Hey, we haven't. We've got to get back into our walking. We've been walking along the beach here, but we need to get back into our walking so we can hike around Australia again. It's wonderful. We come down to Miami on the Gold Coast, and
Yeah.
we've got a little bit of time on the beach just to unwind and catch up and get ourselves together, get our stuff organised because we're going to Mackay in November
Yes.
for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
We're going for the month actually.
Up the coast of Queensland to Mackay, and then we'll come back and have a little stop in Yeppoon for a little break.
Going to visit my family up there.
Yeah. So we're going to do that. That's going to be our next trip. And then after that, we'll have Christmas in our little cottage.
So we're actually going in there and doing some gardening in preparation for our big trip away
We're gonna
next
head
year.
down south and maybe stop in at Lake Eyre and maybe, swing by Uluru. We don't. Then we might go Darwin if we feel like it, and then down through Broome and WA, and maybe come back across the Nullarbor. Just little ideas like that we're tossing around, and we've got a whole heap of reading material already.
I sent an email to the Western Australian Information Centre, and they sent
They're
us all
brilliant.
these brochures.
And
We're going to go to Kangaroo Island. I'm excited about that. Cooper Pedy.
There's a few little bucket list items in there. We both wanted to see Uluru. I've really, really wanted to see Lake Eyre. Just a few things, and we want to do some cultural stuff while we're in WA.
But one place that we're going to go to, which is a little bit scary, is Wolf Creek.
If you haven't seen the movie Wolf Creek,
Yeah.
I personally recommend, don't watch it because it's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying, and we're going there. So, yay for us.
We were going to swag it, but I think we're going to take the van.
I think we'll take the van where we can lock a door. But it is a really interesting place culturally and geographically. A very interesting place. Second largest meteorite crater in the world. So, but we hope you've enjoyed the few clips we've had throughout this video, showing you the bits and pieces that we've done, just snippets of what we've been through for this past year. And we thank you for your patience, because it has been a testing year in ways, a thrilling year in other ways. Get back in the swing of things.
So February, 9th of February,
Yep.
we're off on the big trip down south and over to WA.
Heaps of fun. A hoot. And by the way, to all you who have suggested about our sound difficulties, we may have solved the problem with these little microphones. They've got a little windsock, so when it's windy, you'll still be able to hear us. So hopefully that solved the sound issues. So stay tuned.
Very exciting.
It is
And
extremely.
I hit the road again.
Lots of planning ahead. Karen.
Hi, I'm Bruce.
I'm Jenny.
And I'm Monique.
And we're so glad you could come on a journey with us.
See you next time.
Bye. My lines. Bruce and Jen, we bumped into them in Brisbane. This is Bruce and Jen. We bumped into them in Brisbane. They are one of our subscribers, and we love them.
Yes.
And it's so glad we've had time to spend time with them.
Oh,
So
we'd love to.
Absolutely.
it's been an honour.
We know them so well and they don't know us.
That's true.
We're getting to know them.
See ya.
Bye.